Hello, I was just wondering what are the top 5 things that makes a great video game?
Top 5 things that makes a great video game. Number 1, gameplay first, every time. Doesn't matter what the game looks like, how much story it feels, and that. For me personally, it's got to play and be fun. They've got to have found the fun, or I'm out pretty quick and disconnected from it. Would that be your number 1?
Yeah, I mean, because it's hard because it so depends on the genre. Like I would say, a lot of the time I look for either a really great theme or narrative because that's what keeps me captivated. The gameplay is really important, but there's times when I've played games that have been really broken or frustrating, but if the story is really good, I'm like, damn it, I've got to see it through to the end. And I think in the indie space as well, in particular, a really unique design is also amazing. You know, there's a game that we played recently called Bound, which was just so beautiful. It has such a unique, it was kind of based on Dancer's Movement. It was a platformer, and actually not that good, but the concept was so unique that that kind of lifted it up a little bit too.
I mean, there's just so many things that are important in a game. You know, it's got to be able to connect with you through the controller. Like, you know, controls are so important. If the game just kind of has something a bit off, a bit wonky, something that you're not really familiar with, it really can put a jar on the whole experience.
I think as well, just the way the objectives are laid out in a way that doesn't make it feel like you're just going through a to-do list. You know, I'm playing Recore at the moment. I don't know if you guys were aware of that game. They announced it at E3 a couple of years ago when I was there, and I remember thinking it looked so cool. It had a female protagonist and this little robot dog and stuff, and now that I'm playing it, kind of just throws you into this world without a whole lot of context, not a lot of story set up, and I feel like I'm just collecting power cores to open a series of doors, and that's basically the whole premise of the game. I'm fighting with robots to get more power cores to open more doors, and that to me just isn't really compelling, so that sucks.
I think I love a game that just launches you into it at the same time. You know, like something where I can't stand it when I feel like I'm playing a 4-hour tutorial. It's like, come on, like we've been playing games a long time. Stop mucking about. Let's get in there and just like drive it forwards. You know, I love that games aren't judged so much on length anymore. Like 5 or 6 years ago, if the game wasn't 8 or 9 hours, you would get so angry. You know, I felt like generally the media were very upset about that. But now it's like I would love a 4-hour game priced accordingly that delivers. You know, that makes me. I'd love a $40 4-hour game than a $40 9-hour game. If it's not as, you know what I mean? Like I like something I can digest and finish, because finishing games is really hard. So I love a game you can finish now. Having said that, I also love a game where I can just sit there for 500 hours blacksmithing. Something about that slow progression is lovely.
Yeah, so it's a tricky one to answer. But to answer your question, I'd say, yeah, gameplay, theme/narrative, mechanics and controls, unique visual design.
Grappling hooks. They make every game better.
And grappling hooks.